Hello, so I'm going to show you what I've got out of my shed. So last week I showed you that I have a room full of consoles and games that I've been collecting for years since I was a kid. But yeah, I said that I also have arcade machines. So as you can see behind me, I'm out in my shed and I will just show you some of my arcade machines. So this is the latest cabinet that I've got, a New Zealand built Neo Geo cabinet. Which has supposed to be a 6 slot, but it's only a 4. When I say slot, that means how many games it can hold in it. But it's quite a neat cabinet. It's got here, shows you how many credits each player has a game selection button, so by pressing this I can change to a different game that's in the board. It's got headphone jacks and a memory card slot here. But yeah, it's a really nice cabinet. Okay, so this is the next cabinet I've got. This is one of 4 that I picked up last year and they were not working. So this one, I can't remember what game it originally had in it, but the board wasn't working, so I had to swap out the board. I've put a 2-slot Neo Geo board in this one, so this one will hold 2 different games. But it's just quite a small, not even very wide cabinet. Quite neat graphics on the around the screen. But yeah. Moving on to this is the second one that I got. This one also wasn't working. This one had a RoboCop game board in it, and it would not run, or it kind of run, but it was a bit corrupted, so it's probably got a little corrosion or something on the board. So I hope to fix that one day. So at the moment it's got a single slot Neo Geo board in there, and this one I've repaired and painted up. I even created this border that runs around it, and yeah, it's got quite neat side graphics on it. This is probably dated about 1980, so this is really quite an old cabinet. I'll just stand back a bit so you can sort of see. So moving on, this is the first arcade machine that I picked up, which is a Neo Geo New Zealand built cabinet again, but older than that first one I shown you. This one's supposed to have a 2 slot in there, but it's actually only got a single slot in there at the moment. And yeah, it's the first cabinet that I picked up. I didn't have to do any work on it, it was fully working, so there was no problems with this one. Was just ready to play. When I picked up the cabinet, I actually picked up a lot of games as well, so I've got quite a few games sitting up there that will run on all these Neo Geo cabinets. Actually I've got quite a lot, even games down here, down between. But yeah, so yeah, that's my first cabinet that I picked up. Quite a large, it's the tallest one out of the lot. Moving over here, I've got a Xbox kiosk that came from a place that I worked. They were raffling them off. They did a raffle, yeah. They did a raffle for all the people that worked at the company. No one remembered to put in the raffle apart from me, and so yeah, I won it for $1, I think it was. But yeah, it's quite a neat cabinet. Moving on to this one here, this is my going back to the 4 that I got in that needed repair. This one is originally had a Phoenix board in it, but obviously no longer working, so for now I've just got a 60-in-1 which has Pac-Man and a lot of similar games like Donkey Kong and that on it. So yes, again, this is a very similar graphics on the side, and now you'll be able to see what's on the opposite side. It's like a spaceship and that. But yeah, it's a really nice cabinet. It's got a vertical screen in it. This one didn't actually have a screen in it. I had to find a television. I actually used the television and got a chassis board that runs the monitor, and got rid of all the TV stuff. So this is actually running like it should, just with an arcade monitor on it instead of a television monitor. And then this is the final out of the 4 that I got that needed a lot of repair. This one has River Patrol originally in it. Again, the board won't run, so I've put a another single slot Neo Geo board in it because they're pretty cheap to pick up. And yeah, just again, same graphics on the side. Apart from this one here, a lot of them have an ashtray in the top, so you can, back in the 80s, you would have been having a smoke while playing your game. So yeah, just again, another one that I've done a lot of work on. Did a lot of repainting on it and so forth, getting the lights to work. What else have I got in here is, well, under here I've got my pool table that I restored, and I restored that a while back, but in the meantime I've picked up a second pool table which I've got over here, and I'm just currently working on it. As you can see, I've got the felt already redone. I've actually done a massive time-lapse video that I'll post as well, but just at the moment I'm varnishing this and just repairing the insides of this pool table here. But yeah, other than that, there's my car, and just over there I've got my workbench which is full of stuff. A few motorbikes I've got in here as well, and then here's my British Rally Grifter BMX from the 70s. My original one down there with a chopper seat down there is missing its front forks at the moment, so that's been repaired and repainted. This is a New Zealand version of the Grifter. There's a few differences between how the British ones are made and the New Zealand ones are built, but my original one down there with the chopper seat is the one that I had as a kid. It's kind of like, yeah, under a lot of stuff at the moment, so I'm not going to be able to get that out to show. But yeah, so yeah, just got a few things going on in here. I've got a lot of bikes just hidden under there. A few of them are vintage Japanese, so that's alright. But yeah, I collected a few American number plates as well, so oh, that's a New Zealand number plate. Bit boring compared to the American ones. Anyway, that's all I've got to show for now, so I hope you enjoy that, and yeah, let me know what you like.